a blast to the past. Buckle up, kids. We're going back into 2019 to talk all about my favorites. Friends, hi, my name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we're quite critical of it. Happy New Year! We are in 2020 and I'm taking you back to the past. I know it's too soon in the year, but we gotta do this. We gotta go back and reflect on 2019, or at least I gotta, because I want to tell you all about my beauty favorites for the year. It was really hard to pick favorites because this year I focused a lot on rotating through my makeup stash and not focus on one product or the other, just trying to get equal use out of everything. And the moment that I saw that I really avoided using one certain product, I would just declutter it, because if you avoid something multiple times in a row, it's a sign that you really don't want to use that thing. So what's the point in keeping it? Most of these products you've probably heard before, or you've seen them in my description. Some of them not at all, because I mostly use them in my real life, in my work life, less so on YouTube. I'm going to have a separate video speaking about eyeshadows, so there's not going to be any eyeshadow here. We are going to speak about skincare, tools, blush, highlight, primer, foundation, lip stuff, face stuff in general. Let's start with skincare, because I only have 3 items that made my 2019 and settled my skin into a semblance of peace and order. 2019 for me was the year in which second puberty hit me. My skin started to hate me and revolt, which, how dare it? Am I not a gentle tyrant? Am I not a good, pleasantly authoritarian dictator to it? Like, how dare it have a revolution of the proletariat and do shit to my face? I woke up to very often occurring hormonal acne, particularly in this area, just very angry, inflamed red zits, which rude. And the only thing that seems to have gotten this area under control, I mean, it's not completely clear, but it's manageable, is the Vichy and Normaderm Phytosolution. I've been using this for a month and a half. I've barely gone through it. This will probably last me through the whole year, but it's really made a difference in how my face behaves, how fast my zits heal, how fast the bumps on my face go away. And I've also noticed a decrease in pre-period acne. I don't use this all over my face. I just use this here and here, which are my problem areas. Another item from Vichy, this is the Mineral 89 Hydrating Serum. This contains hyaluronic acid and is really good for hydrating. I use it on my nose, on my cheeks, areas that are supposed to get drier, because fuck me, am I right? This has been really nice under moisturizer. I love using it at night because it really penetrates the skin and it does its job, and I do recommend it. The third and final skincare recommendation that I have for you guys is the Clinique Prep Start Eye Cream. This really makes my raccoon under eyes seem less prominent. It makes me look less dead inside than I actually am. It makes me look like I've not wasted my night over my anxieties and instead actually got a good night's of sleep. I like the texture of it. I like how fresh it makes my under eyes look and feel, and it's my favorite for 2019. We are done with skincare. Let's get to tools, and after that we are going to speak face products. This year for me, the Zoeva 304 foundation buffer brush was 104, sorry. The 104 foundation brush was a game changer. I thought my skin wasn't made to apply foundation with a brush. I thought that maybe I had too much texture or it was too much dry. Turns out I was using shit tools, which I should have learned my lessons from art, that if you use shit brushes, you get shit results. But what do you know? This changed my foundation game. Now I love applying foundation with a brush. This blends everything seamlessly, makes the foundation melt into the skin instead of sitting on top of it. Really, really good brush. Another brush that changed the game for me was the e.l.f. pointed powder brush. I had some blushes that were way too pigmented for me, and I avoided using them because I knew it would be a chore in the morning to get them to my face without having an accident. And this changed the game for me because it doesn't pick that much product. So I would have the blush, like imagine this is the blush, I would just tap with the side or with the tip, and I would apply it, and I would get a very light dusting of product instead of a boom, I look like I got punched in the face. This is really good for pigmented blush that you want to have more control over. 2 eye brushes. You know, all of my eye brushes are usually Amazon, AliExpress sets. I really don't care much because I don't do highly intricate detailed looks. I just need stuff that blends well and not necessarily stuff that is very precise. And for this, the Cupio 305 and 306, you can see how fluffy these are. They're like Fabergé eggs on top of a stick. These are really good at soft, ethereal blends. I also like this one, the 305, for setting my primer or setting my under eyes as well. These are so fluffy that everything that they apply is blended. They're very idiot proof in that regard. Another brush that I loved, and this is the last in the tools category, this is the Real Techniques setting brush. This is a real multitasker. It's good for cream blush, it's good for setting the under eyes, it's good for highlighter, it's good for setting this area over here, the chin, the nose, the sides of the nose in particular. It's really an amazing little brush. Let's talk primers. I have 3 primers here that I want to talk about, and the first is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. This is a very thick consistency. It's thicker than a cream, so just a little bit is all that you need to smooth the whole area. It makes me look filtered, flawless, poreless, 3D, Sims game who. It's amazing. Then my favorite glowy primer this year was the e.l.f. Glow Lotion, and this is the gold variant. I think it's the only one, I may be wrong. I really love applying this both under foundation and on no makeup days. So if I have no foundation on, I love applying this just to make my skin look glass skin-ish with the imperfections. There we go, of course. This is really nice. It doesn't stay tacky, it blends nicely, it's shimmery without being glittery, and I love it. You've probably heard about this from 100 beauty gurus, but I've been loving this since 2 years ago, so I'm a pioneer. I saw it first. I liked it before it was cool, okay? This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Hydrating Primer. This is so hydrating. So beautiful, makes every foundation sit so nicely on the skin. It's just a gorgeous primer. I don't know how you would like it if you're a little oily, but for my dry ass skin, it's amazing. Let's get to foundation and concealer. And if you've been on my channel before, feel free to skip the concealer part because I'm going to talk for the 100th time about my Lord and Savior, the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. Look, I know, you guys are probably sick of hearing about it, but it's still my favorite. Years past, it's been my favorite since college. It's not been dethroned. It stayed along for many revolutions, civil wars, and whatever the hell happened in my vanity, so yeah. This is medium coverage. It can be a bit fragrance. I can't feel the fragrance for shit, but people here told me this, so something to watch out for. Very liquidy and creamy, but maybe not as liquidy as the Fit Me concealer, for example. Applies beautifully with a sponge, with a brush, with your fingers. Stays nicely on me all day. Does not crease. It's just exactly what I needed. This foundation is a favorite for... This is the 2nd year, I think. This is the Makeup Forever Water Blend, and this shade is an R250, which is my winter shade. The only reason that I didn't buy my summer shade yet is because I had other foundations that I wanted to go through before, but come summer, when I finish some of the stuff up, I'll probably just use this and that's it. This in 2 shades, hopefully, if the consumeristic demons that's sitting upon my shoulder doesn't make me impulse buy some other shit. This is a really light coverage, really light, sheer, a veil of something on your face. If you want to cover stuff up, this is not it. This just makes everything look smoother with a more uniform color, and this is why it's perfect for me, because I don't like coverage. It fades out beautifully and gracefully by the end of the day, and I can't recommend it enough. For powder, I had 2 favorites, one that I've been using all year and one that I've been using since Black Friday, but I've been using it non-stop, so it counts. The latter one is the Nabla Close-Up Powder. What a beautiful finely milled powder. Oh my god, it is so smooth, such beautiful application. It blurs a little, sets of course, doesn't leave a cast. It's really good. I really have been enjoying it. Another one is the Sephora Beauty Amplifier, and this is the translucent, colorless, to quote the back, variant of it. This is again very smoothing, very blurring, more blurring than the Nabla one, but it doesn't stay as longer. So the Nabla one, I still see my face matte at the end of the day. This one I kind of have to reapply past the 6-hour mark, but nonetheless I do love it. It just makes me look airbrushed. Okay, let's talk about the one and only bronzer that has stolen my heart. This is the Too Faced Sweetie Pie. This doubles as both a blush and a bronzer. On very lazy days, I only apply this and don't apply any blush. I can use it on my eyes as well. There's a reddish sort of base to it, so it is still quite neutral in tone, but it pulls more pink than it would orange. And it's perfect for my fair skin. It is the bronzer that looks the most natural on me, the most that looks sun-kissed, instead of, oh, she's really trying to look tan, huh? She's really trying to be a British MUA, huh? I love this. This is my favorite. I've been using it non-stop. Sometimes I just gotta remind me not to be lazy, because I have the tendency, if I don't know what blush to put with what eye look, to just use this. And if it were by my lazy tendencies, everything else would just rot and I would just use this all of the time, which is no bueno. But it's a testament to how good it is. 2 years back, I wasn't using any bronzer. Now I've got a favorite. It's lured me to the dark side. For highlighters, I've got 2. I've got the Fenty Beauty in Lightning Dust Fire Crystal. This is how it looks like. It's a beautiful duo. It's got a bit of a colder undertone. There it is. Both have a bit of a colder undertone. This side is more natural, and then the Lightning Dust side is a bit more blinding. I love this. This kind of goes with every eye look, and it's such a beautiful, reflective, non-glittery formula. Beautiful. This is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Powder in Mercury. Look at its packaging. This sparks joy when I see it. It's the only highlighter that I actually have it put outside my drawers and in like the display space, because it is just so pretty. It looks like a gem. It would fit so well among my gemstone collection, but I need to use it too. And this is the color. It looks a bit insane in the pan. In real life it looks very yellow, but once applied and sheared out to the skin, it's just this beautiful reflective highlighter. You can see it over here. Let me just take my glasses off. See how beautiful and shiny it looks? And you can make it as intense or as subtle as you need it to be. For blush, oh boy. This year was the year that I discovered peachy tones. Previous years I was all about pinks, reds, that kind of color family. No, this year it was all about the peach. No, not that kind of peach. Although I do love me a good plump peach. One such blush was the 3CE Style Nanda blush in Peach Splash. This, since I bought it, I've been using it non-stop because it's such a sheer, beautiful, milky, almost wash of color. Another peachy blush that I really loved is from Pupa Milano, and this is in which fucking shade? 300. This is it. It's a very luminous peachy blush. If you don't like shimmery blushes, you might not enjoy this, because this is obviously very luminous. Not glittery though. A very beautiful warmer shade of peach. This is more of a like, you can tell the difference. This has different undertones than this one. This leans slightly more yellow, this one leans slightly more peachy pink. Then we've got the glossier cloud paints. We got them in the shades Dusk and the shade Beam. Beam is a very sweet pink peachy thing, while Dusk is a peach to a brownish undertone. So it makes me look a little bit bronzed. It makes me look like I just came back from the vacation, from the summer, from the seaside. It's really nice. It makes me look healthy. It makes me look like I have a soul. It's amazing. This formula is airy, light, indeed like a cloud. Very pigmented. You just need to be very careful with the application, but honestly, perfection. And what I also loved, and this is a more recent purchase which I've used a lot, this is the Jouer blush duo in Adore Me and Hold Me, and it's the name is Adore. This is a very beautiful, almost a dare blush. Well, this is what I have on my cheeks today. So very beautiful neutral pink that goes with any type of look. I really do love this. It's such a beautiful formula. Honestly, if I didn't have so much blush as it is, I would probably get more of these because they're superb quality. Very smooth, very blendable, just beautiful on the cheeks. Okay, let's talk mascara just to get them out of the way. I have 3 out of all of the mascaras that I tried this year. These ones are the ones that are my favorite. Lancome Monsieur Big. More expensive, but highly voluminous. I'm sorry, I have problems with words. This doesn't lengthen much, but it gives so much doll-like volume. It's beautiful. The Maybelline Mascara, which is lengthening and fans out the lashes. It makes them look very soft, very natural. It's not a you have mascara on look. It's your lashes are naturally that long look. I also like that this one is really easy to take off. The crown jewel of my mascara collection, the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. Why have I waited for so long to try this? I don't know. It's my holy grail mascara this year. Lengthens, separates, volumizes, curls. My lashes are as straight as a white girl at a frat party, and these two are the only ones that hold a curl. So the Monsieur Big and the Milk Kush Mascara are the best ones that I've seen hold a curl for my lashes. Let's talk lips. One of my favorite discoveries this year was the Kiko Milano lip glosses, and you know, in this type of packaging. I've got 3 shades of these, but my favorites to use this year were 17 and 19. 17 is a beautiful pinky glittery shade. 19 is a beautiful neutral shade that can be used on its own to just make your lips look slightly more neutral. I love both of these. They've got a very pleasant vanilla scent. They don't stick. They're very lightweight feeling on the lips, and they actually leave the lips more hydrated than you had them before you put these on. A matte lipstick that I liked was the ColourPop lipstick in Brick. A beautiful reddish terracotta shade. My lipstick of choice this autumn par excellence. It was amazing. It doesn't dry out the lips. It works applied regularly or blurred. It's just such a gorgeous formula, such a gorgeous color, and I just loved using it. Another matte formula, this is the Peripera, the Ink Matte Blur Tint, and this is the shade Vintage Ginger. I don't know what they're doing in Asia, but they've perfected liquid matte lipstick. I mean, this isn't necessarily a liquid lipstick. This is a silicone-y feeling type of thing. Very moussey, very soft. It's got some transfer, and it is beautiful applied on its own or blurred with a matte finish. Very, very comfortable, doesn't dry out at all, and stays for quite a few hours on the lips. This is just gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful color too. Another lipstick that I liked is the one that I have on my lips today, and this is the Glossier Generation G in Cake. This is a neutral orangish type of shade that is so flattering on my skin tone. Can be applied sheer or more opaque. Right now I have it more opaque on the lips, and it's not drying. It's very comfortable and I love it. Finally, we have the Flor Mar Deluxe Shine Gloss Stilo, and this is in D46 Red Carpet. This is a shimmery pinkish red color, very beautiful on no makeup days because it makes me look like a ripe strawberry. Like, I would just put this, some mascara, a little blush, and I'm good to go. It makes me look like an English rose, a natural beauty. I don't know how it does it. Let me swatch all of these real quick and I'll show you what each of them look like. So in order, this is the Flor Mar, this is the Glossier, this is Peripera, Colourpop, and the two Kiko glosses. Last but not least, brows and eyeliner. For brows, the standout product for me was the ABH Dip Brow Gel. This is a highly pigmented, highly liquid formula. It's what I have on my brows today. It's really, really good if you want power brows, put on top of eyebrow pencil, or if you want a lighter but defined eyebrow look on its own. It's also really, really strong. It keeps the brows locked however you want them to be for hours upon hours upon hours. So if that's what you're looking for, I recommend it, but it can be a bit unruly simply because it's so liquidy, so beware of that. Final product that I want to talk about, but not the least, this is the Neve Cosmetics Pastello eyeliner in Swindle, and it's a beautiful golden color that I keep using again and again and again in eyeshadow looks and graphic looks on its own. Sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, I just love throwing on a winged eyeliner with this and this only, and combined with my eye color, it just makes my eyes look so bright and intense for some reason. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's very comfortable. Sometimes I feel that eye pencils, especially if used in the waterline, they make my eyes kind of itch. This one and the only formulas that seem to be doing really well for me in that area, they don't really offend my eyes that much or at all, are the Neve Cosmetics Pastello eyeliner formulas and the Kiko Milano Kajal. Okay guys, this was it. These were my general favorites for 2019. I look forward to seeing you all, if you want to of course, in the eyeshadow section, because this year was quite explorational for me in terms of eyeshadow. I'm really keen on sharing my favorites with you. Please guys, let me know, what were your favorites for 2019? Do you have any opinions regarding these products that I talked about? Have you tried them? Did they work for you? Didn't they work for you? But most importantly, I'm really curious, what were your favorites? Never mind these, tell me about yours. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, second, breakfast, third lunch, whatever it is where you're from. Bye!